What's good, guys? It's Kombat here at Infinite Rhythm Productions. Today I'm going to show you guys how I fully produce a song for Polo Money, as well as how I mix the beat in with the vocals, all the plugins I use, all that good stuff. Let's get into it.
Kombat, this a banger, huh?
Alright, so we got Ableton opened up right here. I'm going to play out the beat real fast. So as you guys can hear, it has like a really smooth melody with some vocal chops, as well as some hard-hitting like Bay Area bass. I really wanted to encompass Polo's sound, and he likes to ride the beat a lot and kind of like be really smooth with it, you know? He likes to give a little space throughout the song. So to me, this was like the perfect way to go about it, and I'm just going to show you how I put it together. So we start right here with this melody that I got. This is a really dope summer vibe right here. It's just like a cool synth. I'll play it out. To be real, I don't even know what instrument that is. It gives me like an organ type of vibe, maybe an accordion. I really can't tell. I really don't know. But when I first heard it, it just hit hella hard. So I really felt like it was the one. And from that, I was like, okay, let me add some vocal chops. And with that, I like to use Arcade. Arcade is fucking fire. I'll show you guys this. I use this one chop right here. It hits so hard. And then from there, I added a little Call Me Johnny triangle right here. Reverse triangle, to be exact. This is a great transition for Bay Area beats. Then we added some hi-hats, which I'll show you right here. For the hi-hats, I did use Exclusive's hi-hats. He goes hard with his hi-hats. Got some perks in there. And I also have some Call Me Johnny perks in here as well. They're just dope ass drum kits. They really killed it with these. I'm going to show you guys right here. My favorite part, the bass. And then with the bass, I wanted to add a little extra oomph to it, so I added some kicks as well. I'll show you guys that. It just adds an extra punch for the 808s. It just gives it this dope feel. And then I also added from the Slapmaster VST. It's this new VST that I've been messing with a lot. I honestly really love it right here. It's this one right here. I added actually a Star Wars blaster. It was so random. I was just going through a bunch of his sounds and everything, and I found it. I was just like, yo, why does the Star Wars blaster fit so well? So I'm going to play that out. As you guys can hear, it just hits hard. Like, I don't know what it is, but that blaster just really hits. And then the only other thing that I think I added, you know, I kind of arranged it, make sure I added like a hook versus all that good stuff. After all of that, I did add a flute type of thing. I also found from Slapmaster as well. He fucking killed it with the sounds. Dun, dun, dun. I actually sang it out loud first, and I was just like, you know, I gotta add something there. I was just looking for the right sound. I just got Slapmaster at the time, so I was like, hey, let me go through the sounds over there, and I found that flute. It just fits so well. A lot of Slapmaster sounds go really well with the Bay Area sound, so it just worked out perfect. So that was pretty much the breakdown of the beat. I'm gonna play it out one more time for you guys. Alright, so we're about to get Polo Money in here and get his vocals on this track. Let's get it.
What's up, y'all? It's Polo Money. We here at Infinite Rhythm Productions. I'm here with Kombat, producing this track for me today. Let's get it going.
Let's get it.
Let me know. Hey, Kombat, man, turn that shit off.
If I was broke and had no money, would it be the same? If I ain't never make a song, you know my name. The answer to the question, and I really doubt it. I ain't that nigga that you used to, girl, I'm really about it.
High fashion, Balenci down, no, I ain't do the landing. Checking bag full of packs and they just landed. Having motion while these other niggas trying to manage. On the island out the way, she working on her Spanish. High fashion, Balenci down, no, I ain't do the landing. Checking bag full of packs and they just landed. Having motion while these other niggas trying to manage. On the island out the way, she working on her Spanish.
I'm gonna check right now. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Sometimes I just be fucking putting shit together. Just whatever sounds
Yeah,
cool.
nah.
Niggas trying to.
I know it's how I record sometimes too, cause I won't even feel in a whole like how I don't feel in a whole 16.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to.
Chances turn their L's to lessons. Quiet down, that's the biggest way to block your blessings. High fashion, Balenci down, no, I ain't do the landing.
Polo made a banger
Yeah,
today.
man, you already know, man. We finna wrap that one up. Let's go, man.
Yeah. Alright, so Polo Money just left the studio and we got some dope ass vocals in here and a really good mix. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I did and how I went through each plugin and how I kind of combined everything together. So the first thing I usually do is I like to inactivate all the vocal tracks. I don't like to focus on that first. I like to focus on the beat first, the beat stems, make sure everything comes together. So I do have everything running through a bus sub right here. I'm gonna make sure that's soloed along with the melody that we want to listen to. And this was pretty simple. All I did was add Murder Melodies from Slate Digital. I love this plugin, and just adding it on honestly enhances any type of melody. I added some spread to it, a little dimension, a little bit of this right here, the little motion, and a little bit of assembly, which is like a width type of thing. I just kind of like to add whatever I kind of hear. You know, I always go by our ears, so just like whatever sounds good. I added just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and some spread right here. I added a little bit of my high pass filter. And I also EQ'd this as well. Little dynamic range right here in the mid-high at, what do we do at? Like, yeah, about 1800 hertz. Another low pass and high pass filter as well. So I'll bypass that. As you guys can hear, it is a big difference. All right, so let's go on to the vocals by Arcade. These are really dope. And with those, all I did was add Murder Melodies as well. I added more spread to those, but I did add reverb to that as well as some clarity. I really like the clarity knob. I feel like sometimes it just kind of tightens things up a little bit, and for these vocals, I really just wanted them just a little tighter, that's all. Nothing too crazy. After that, I did add another Murder Melodies right here to this flute area. I had a lot more spread to this one. I want to make sure this one really surrounded the vocals as well when I added them in. So I did that right there. And with the drums, pretty simple. I had to commit these just because I was taking a lot of UAD plugins, but I usually use the UAD 2A compressors. It hits really well with the claps, the kicks. It's just like my go-to compressor for those. So I kind of played those out. As far as panning, I always pan my claps and my kicks straight to the front. I like to do our snares just a little bit 30-43. I just kind of give it just a little bit more of like a width to them just so it makes some room for that. And now I'm going to go through a lot of the perks and stuff that I have in here. Usually I just use a CLA 3A or a 2A. Just a simple compressor just to add some gain and some umph to them. And then I'll level a little bit more with the fader. But that's pretty much what I use those for. I'll kind of play those out. You guys to see my open hat. I have like a little spreader right here. So everything kind of has its own place. I leave a lot of things usually panned all the way to spread. Sometimes I have like imagers on some of these, and some of these I have like the zap, for instance. I'll take out my right, pan a little bit to like the 40 to the 50. I'll do the same with some other instruments or some other perks. It just all depends. I just like to give everything its space depending on the frequency it encompasses. Now we're gonna get to the 808. Everyone's favorite part. With this 808, I kept it fairly simple. I already liked the EQ it had. This is Exclusive's 808, and he goes crazy with his EQing and everything. It always sounds fantastic. So what I did was I just wanted to add an extra oomph to him, and I used the decapitator right here. I always go to the beefy preset, and I'll make sure my auto is turned off and my output's all the way at 0, and I'll just mess with the drive right here. So I'll show you guys. You know what I'm saying? So Decapitator is great for 808s. It really gives it that extra oomph to them, you know what I'm saying? I really love it. And that's pretty much what I did for the beat right here, so I'll just kind of play this out. Dope. And then for the beat sub, pretty much what I added there was I added a little imager right here. Just kind of had like my lower frequencies more mono, my higher frequencies more stereo. That's pretty much it. I used Ozone 9 for that. I have a virtual tape machine from Slate Digital. It just gives an extra oomph as well from like warm. I feel like the bass just hits a lot harder with that. And then I also have a one knob filter, which I'm able to automate different parts of the song, which I did at the end over here. Now let's add in our vocals. I'm just going to add them all in right here. All right, and then with any Polo track, it's not a Polo track without any some light auto-tune. So I have some light auto-tune right here. I always keep humanized all the way up. Retune speed, usually from like 25 to 15, just depending on what the song kind of calls for. My input type will always be low male, just to keep him in that lower register. Cool, let's play this out.
Broken had no money, would it be the same? If I ain't never make a song, would you know my name? If I ain't never cop a chain, would you look my way? Would you? Just sit and think about it.
Now I'll just kind of show you guys with my main vocals what I'm kind of running. The main tracks, I have just my auto-tune. I have a VMR strip by Slate Digital. We have just a classic. I believe I'm using the FG800M, yeah. So the 800 sometimes is a little hissy for me. So I use the 800M on this one. It just gives it a little bit more of a smoothness to it than the 800 equivalent. And then after that, I'll use this de-esser, also from Slate Digital. And then for the Vox Sends, I have my reverb going over here. I have a Fab Filter reverb. I just adjust it to the song, as well as some auto-tune on that as well. I like to make sure the reverb kind of has like a smoothness with the auto-tune as well. I have a New York compressor right here with the pre-activated, and I'm controlling the gain through the actual fader right here. And this one I use the UAD LA2A. It just gives it that extra oomph to the vocal. It does a lot, honestly. Then I also have an exciter. I use the Ozone 9 exciter right here. I have my frequency band set, and I just use tape or warm. I usually switch between the two. So for the vocal chain, so I start with the compressor right here. We use the UAD 1176E. I really like this compressor right here. We'll go on, and then that's pretty much just giving overall compression. And then we'll go over here to the Abbey Road mastering chain. I'll actually go straight to the PS vocal and I'll adjust from there. I really like this plugin as well. It goes pretty hard, honestly. And this is the stressor I use right here. This is a UAD distressor. I make sure I keep the HR all the way to the left. I just have a 2-to-1 ratio, very light. Just give it like extra little umph to his vocals. I like to keep it smooth, but I like the little graininess as well. We have a Q3 EQ right here. Take away some of the highs. And then right here we have a Fab Filter multiband compressor. I just kind of go through the frequencies and just add or take out anything I need to just kind of give the vocals just extra clarity. And then right here we have our Strutter 800 or A800, I'm sorry. Usually with this, I just go straight to the vocal preset right here. I'll turn the noise off and I'll adjust accordingly. Usually I'll mess with this HF here and HF here. It kind of messes with the highs, and I just like to just blend accordingly to how I like it.
Broken had no money, would it be the
I'll bypass it just to show you what it does.
Broken had no money, would it be the same? If I ain't never make a song, would you know my name?
It kind of gives like a type of character to the vocal. Just kind of brings it above the mix, you know? I really like that a lot. And this is my new favorite right here. I'm gonna have a whole tutorial for this because this plugin goes so crazy. This is the Ozone 10 stabilizer. So with this, I use all purpose, and I'll use cut, and I'll use any amount that I feel fit for the song. And after that, I'll use a sibilance just to cut out any extra like hisses or highs in there that I'm just not liking.
Broken had no money, would it be the same? If I ain't never make a song.
After that, I will go back and do another EQ just to make sure I'll EQ out any little stuff. And this is all small stuff. I'm not EQing crazy. We're at like negative 3 dB at most with some of these frequencies. That is it. I don't do too much of cutting after that. And I always have my auto gain on as well. And then after that, with this particular song, I added T-Rex Classic Clipper. Just gave it an extra little smoothness to the vocals. Because then again, Polo has smooth vocals. We want to keep those nice and smooth so he could just ride the beat.
Broken had no money, would it be the same? If I ain't never make a song, would you know my name? If I ain't never cop a chain, would you look my way? Would you? Just Just sit and think about it. I know the answer to the question.
Alright, so that concludes our tutorial right there. I really broke down the production of this track. I showed you guys Polo Money coming in here, recording it, how we kind of work on that. I hope you guys got some great ideas and tips of like how I use some of these plugins. You guys saw some of the settings. You guys copy the same exact settings. It's always going to be different in every environment, everywhere you record, but hopefully it could give you a good starting point to what can sound good for you and then kind of go from there. That is my like goal in all of this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or just hit me up on Instagram at Kombat_K, KOMBAT_K. I'd love to find DMs and just hit you guys back with any advice that I can give or any questions that you guys have. And if you guys could please like, comment, and subscribe, that helps me out a lot so I can continue to help you guys out a lot. Let's get it.